Today I'm doing makeup for McMillan from Kuroshitsuji. I'm going to be filming a little skit that should be coming out the week after this video, and I just wanted to talk about it for a little bit. But I just wanted to talk about the Western arc a little bit because I feel like it's underrepresented in this fandom, so here I go. So I first did a cos test of McMillan almost 2 years ago. It was sometime in October or November of 2017. And he is one of my favorite characters in Black Butler, but he is only in the Western arc. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Black Butler manga or the Western arc, but it is the public school arc, and it is not a fan favorite because it follows the Titanic arc, essentially. I think the movie was called The Book of Atlantic, so it follows that little story arc, and so it was a little mundane in comparison at first, so no one really liked it, which is bullshit, and I'll tell you why. The Western arc is my absolute favorite arc. It's a little different from the rest of the Black Butler arcs. CL goes undercover at a private school in England called Weston, and he's looking for someone for the Queen. And I'll let you read the arc to get the rest of the story, but it is fantastic. It's also sometimes called the Black Butler equivalent to Mean Girls because of the first half of the arc. There's like 2 mini arcs in this arc overall, and it's fantastic. If you like stories like The Heart of Thomas or Kazetoki no Uta, or even Harry Potter for its boarding school elements, you'll like the Western arc. At the time of recording this, which is late July in 2019, there is no news of an anime adaptation or a musical adaptation for the Western arc, so we're all just holding out on blind hope. So this arc and its characters are really only known to the manga only fandom. The people who only watch the anime, or if there are any out there that exist that have only seen the stage plays, will not know these characters. McMillan is CL's classmate. They're in the same year, and he's a little bit of a wallflower, I'd say. But he's also, he knows like everything there is to know about the school and almost everything there is to know about the drama. He's one of those people that doesn't get involved, but he's definitely over there eating a bag of popcorn while it's going on, watching everything go down. There's not a lot known canonically about the characters other than where they go to school, what house they're in, what year they're in, and like their last name. But I have a lot of headcanons about McMillan. I think his first name is Nathaniel, goes by Nathan, and I also kind of think he probably has a couple older sisters, but that's just my own personal headcanon. There's not a lot of, if any, evidence for that. It's just my own thoughts and opinions. There has been a resurgence about a year ago of Western fans within the Black Butler community on Tumblr, but I haven't seen anything recently about that, so I don't know if they've moved on or if they're still there, but there's not a lot of Western fan content out there. But there are a lot of headcanons. That's pretty much the only Western content that's good. I say that, but there's a lot of fanfiction, but most of the fanfiction is like Sebastiel fanfic, or it's like if Aloys went to Weston, and I don't want to read that. I'm sure they're good in their own ways for their own respective reasons, but it's not something I'm interested in. I know I've made a couple videos in the past, one that was just like a McMillan CMV, and another one about this time last year was kind of a school skit. I would love to do a cosplay group with as many of the schoolboys as we can get, but I don't really know anyone who would want to do that, and that's fine. I've considered getting wigs to doing all of them and making videos kind of how I do the Matsu ones, where I'm editing myself in several times over, but I'm lazy and I don't like all of the characters enough to do that. But who knows, I may change my mind, or I may move on and stop making things for Black Butler because I'm not as into it anymore as I used to be. But that's okay, things change. But going off on a side tangent, I am starting to get a little sick of Black Butler. I may feel differently when things in the manga start to pick up again, because it's been kind of slow for like the past year or more, past 2 years actually. Ever since the twin got revealed, things slowed down a lot. And I know it's because we're getting prepped for the next big plot thing, but the chapters are really short these days and it's more disappointing than exciting, and also fandom culture has kind of ruined everything. I may talk about that in a different Get Ready With Me if you guys want to be negative for a minute with me. But anyway, that's a topic for a different day. I thought about writing a fanfiction once, but I don't really have the time to write like I want to, and I already have 2 other fanfictions that are works in progresses. But if I did do a fanfiction, I'd probably write it from McMillan's point of view. There's not a lot of fanfiction that has him in it, and when it does, it's very sparse, or it's like a really short thing, and I want more, so I'm probably gonna have to write it eventually. But if Weston gets an anime adaptation, then the anime-only fans will be exposed to it, and hopefully they'll like it enough to make fan content. The only downside is, though, that I know a lot of fujoshis and people who like to ship male characters with other male characters will go fucking wild with it. There is a lot of opportunities to ship CL with McMillan or this other character named Harcourt, or just like there's so many shipping opportunities, and that's not what I'm here for. I know that's what a lot of people are here for, but I'm not looking forward to seeing a lot of sexualized content of these characters. But what are you gonna do? I guess just block it as it comes up. My camera stopped recording, but I also stopped talking, so I guess it was fine. But my freckles are done now. Actually, my makeup's pretty much done, so it's time for the wig. I'm not putting my glasses on today because it's a pajama look, even though it's just a button-down shirt. It's the closest I could get to their pajamas. Don't at me. Ugh. This wig has been in a bag for like a year, so it's a little rough. Actually, that's a lie. It's been in a bag since December, so like half a year. But it's needs a little bit of work. But here he is, the boy. But yeah, anyway. I'm about done here. To wrap things up, Black Butler used to be one of my favorite mangas. Weston is my favorite arc. McMillan is my favorite character. And I'm not looking forward to the sexualization of all the characters if the anime ever hits. Because if it hits, the sexualization will definitely be a thing. Maybe not in the anime, but definitely in the fandom. Because people are horny and they don't know how to not. But that's okay. Because I can just block it. The Black Butler fandom is a mistake. Miyazaki was right, anime is a mistake.